Good evening, all. It's me, Girja Peter from National Child Development Council. I'm the Circle Coordinator of Nightingale Circle. Today, we are organizing a Nano webinar on autism in children. So, today we have a great guest here, Martini Ma'am. So, I would like to invite Martini Ma'am to take the class or the session. Okay, thank you, Martini Ma'am. You can start the session.
Thank you, ma'am. I thank Almighty Lord for this beautiful evening. I welcome our beloved Girija ma'am to the Nano webinar. I also welcome Henrietta ma'am and each and every one of you to this Nano webinar. I will introduce myself. I'm Dr. Martini Prathapan. I'm a homeopathic physician. I'm a former student of NCDC under our beloved faculty, Girija ma'am. Now, I once again introduce today's topic, autism in children. It is otherwise known as autism spectrum disorder. I want an interactive session from you teachers regarding this topic. In your opinion, what are the limitations you see in an autistic child? So you can come forward with your suggestions.
You may continue, ma'am.
Yes, okay, ma'am. And you can now think about what are the causes behind autism. Now I will come to the point. Autism spectrum disorder. It's a developmental disability caused by the differences in the brain. And genetic condition plays a key role behind autism. There are multiple causes behind autism. And scientists are still continuing their research regarding autism. And as teachers, in preschool children from the age of 3 and 3.5 years, autism symptoms are well marked. So, we teachers should be able to identify the symptoms of autism. And now some of the very important cardinal signs of autism in children, most important signs of autism in children. When the children not respond, when we call them he or she with her name, and when they avoid eye contact, not smiling, when you smile at them and they get, these are the three most important signs, and they get upset by taste, smell and sound. And there are repetitive movements. Repetitive movements means flapping of their hands, rocking of their body, flickering of their fingers. This will be repeated. And also another repetition of sounds are there, echolalia, that we will deal later. And also they will not communicate or talk as much as the normal children. And do you know at what age autism appears? Autism is developed from 1 and 1.5 years of age. The symptoms start appearing, and it becomes well marked by 3 and 3.5 years of age. At preschool age, it becomes well marked, and it continues if the proper treatment is not given. And also some other signs like delayed language skill, delayed movement, delay in learning skill, hyperactive students, then epilepsy will be there, some gastrointestinal issues will be there, unusual mood will be there. and unusual eating and sleeping disorders, habits will be developed.
Ma'am, you may keep the reference down, means near to you, ma'am. That will be good, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
There are three types of, and these signs help to identify autism. And the next point we are going to deal is echolalia. Echolalia means repetition of sounds or words said by someone. And as teachers, we know in learning language, it is very important. Students or children keenly observe and beautifully imitate their parents and teachers. And when it becomes abnormal or repetitive, it is known as echolalia. And this echolalia is a warning sign of autism, and it can be seen, it's a developmental disorder, and also neurological sign in adults also it can be seen. And now we are going to deal with three types of autism. And the first variety is classic autism. Second one is Asperger syndrome. And third one is pervasive developmental disorder. These three types of autism are present. And I will simplify. First one, classic autism. It is the most complicated type of autism. And Asperger syndrome is the mildest form of autism, and pervasive developmental disorder, it is the moderate type of autism. First one, classic autism. In classic autism, there is disorders in socialization and communication skills. And along with that, repetitive movements will be there. And also difficult, some type of learning disorders or some backward mentally and physically will be also there. Associated with emotional disturbances will be there in classic type of autism. Whereas the Asperger syndrome, it's a developmental disorder affecting the ability to effectively socialize and communicate. Then the next one is pervasive developmental disorder. It refers to a group of disorders characterized by delays in development of socialization and communication skills. And parents can notice the symptoms as early as infancy, but typically it is its onset is before 3 years of age. By age, this pervasive developmental disorder will be developing to the maximum. These symptoms will be widespread. Now, these three types. First one, classic autism, then Asperger syndrome, and pervasive developmental disorders. So you got it. Now, next most important. So teachers, as teachers, we should be very with different types of autism, we should take note of. And then the next important thing is
Ma'am, some light issue there, ma'am. Your face is not visible for me.
Okay, ma'am, I will correct.
No, I think yours, that side is light, I think. That's fine. Yeah, now it's
No,
almost
okay. Thank you, ma'am. And now the treatment of autism. Best therapy for autism. Speech and language therapy is the best therapy for autism. The most common developmental therapy for people with ASD is speech and language therapy. It helps to improve the person's understanding and use of speech and language. Then treatment for autism. There are 8 types of treatment for autism. First one is behavioral management therapy, then cognitive behavior therapy, then early intervention, then educational and school-based therapy, then joint attention therapy, then medication treatment, nutrition therapy, and occupational therapy. And do you know what is behavioral therapy? So you think and come to a logical conclusion, every one of you. Now, I will discuss the eight type of treatments. First, behavioral therapy. Behavioral therapy means the skills of the children, the autistic children, are focused, and the treatment based on it. Focus is given to the child's progress in improving his or her skills. So that therapy, that is behavioral therapy. Now, the next one is early intervention therapy. It means giving specialized support for children with disability. The third one is educational therapy. What is educational therapy? As teachers, it is most important therapy concerning teachers, and it helps in improving the therapeutic goal, or the children will be overall cured, become healthy or near to normal due to the intervention of teachers. It uses structured teaching method, and it is a clinical training and research based program for autism or autism spectrum disorder. It uses structured teaching method, and due to the teacher's intervention, the children will be back to more or less normal. And then joint attention therapy. That is, as the name suggests, joint. That is, the children and one partner will be a social partner, will be focusing their attention on their environment. That is a beautiful photo. Both the mother or the parent and the child will be focusing on a photo, a family photo or photo of nature. Then their attention is diverted and they feel better. That is known as joint attention therapy. Then medication treatment. That means healthcare officials like pharmacists will give proper attention and therapeutic support to the children. That is known as medication treatment. Then nutrition therapy. In case of autism, even slight changes in the diet can, nutrition can cause widespread improvement in the disease. That is, casein or milk protein and gluten or wheat protein are removed, and then an overall improvement in autism is observed. So certain type of diets are removed, that and focusing on such nutritional aspects, and this nutritional aspects is known as nutrition therapy. And then occupational therapy. What is meant by occupational therapy? You please guess what is meant by occupational therapy by your logic. Yes, as it suggests, occupation. Yes, the daily activities of an autistic student, the difficulty should be reduced. So that is given focus. That is known as occupational therapy. So we are ensuring that they are doing their occupations or daily activities with ease, and they become more or less independent. That is known as occupational therapy. Now we are dealing with a most important parts. Autistic people display a range of strength. That is, learning to, they have a lot, they are God gifted with a lot of talents, and these are their strengths. Learning to read at a very early age. That is known as, the technical term is hyperlexia. Then memorizing and learning information quickly. So that's a skill. Then logical thinking ability. And thinking and learning in a visual way. All this will, as the occupational therapy, this will make them independent. They have the logical thinking ability to think more logically and also in a visual way. They are thinking and learning. They are thinking and learning in a visual way, seeing inside, visualizing everything. It is said that when we visualize something in our mind, and we are positive about it, that will happen. In the same way, some students use visualizing technique in their studies. They visualize whatever they are taught. In the same way, these autistic children also learn in a visual way. They see three-dimensional picture of it in their mind. Such a strength is also there for these autistic children. Then, a recent study suggested that autistic children are gifted with many different skills. That is, skill in memory, then visuospatial ability, then ability in calculation, music, drawing, etc. Then if you want to be a teacher to deal with autism, who want to handle children with autism with love and care, what are the qualities you need? Let us look into that. First one is presentation skill. That is a good hygiene and neat appearance. Then second one is good communication. Third one is time management skill. Then fourth one is organizational skill. Fifth one is adaptability. And the sixth one is flexibility. Then seventh one is decision making, and eighth one is ability to work independently. If the teachers are working independently, then they can make the autistic children also independent. That is, the occupational therapy will work properly. Now, homeopathic medicines for autism, I will explain to you in a more or less simple way, most simple way. The important medicines for, as a homeo doctor, I hope I will handle the topic properly. Tuberculinum, Thuja, Calcarea car, Carcinosin, Natremur, Beretta car, Pulsatilla, and Silesia are the important medicines for autism. And the first one, let us discuss briefly. First medicine is tuberculinum. It is adapted to mentally deficient children, that is mentally backward children. Then they are very sensitive mentally and physically. So you should be very loving to these children as teachers because they are sensitive both mentally and physically. Then these patients are easily tired, becomes tired easily. When symptoms are constantly changing and well-selected remedies fail to improve. That is in case of autism, when the children come to the doctor, we are selecting many remedies. Even if the well-selected remedy, good remedies are given, they are not improving. In such a case, you can prescribe tuberculinum. These are, and the next medicine is Thuja. Thuja means, how can we, formation of warts on different mucus and cutaneous surface. And it is also known as, Thuja is known as great antipsychotic remedy. And how can we identify a child who should be given Thuja? Simply, you note whether the child have fixed ideas. Whatever you say, the child will not change their ideas. They'll be fixed, very fixed, adamant, obstinate on their ideas. Such children can be given Tuja. And then emotional sensitiveness also is noted. They are very sensitive. Then music will cause them cry. And they will be also trembling when they hear music. When a normal child hears music, they will be very happy. But when an autistic child, if he hears music and he weeps, cry, and also tremble, then Tuja should be given. The next medicine, and a medicine of great antisoric, it is also known as great Hahnemannian antisoric. It is calcarea car. How can we identify a child with calcarea car? You ask about the children to their parents, then they will tell us the children love eggs or they crave eggs in homeopathic language, and they eat dirt and dust and indigestible things. And also the calcarea children are fat. They are fat, fair, flabby, then sweating easily, cold, damp and sour. And also they are apprehensive. That means they are anxious. Then the next remedy is carcinosin. Such children are fond of traveling. They love traveling. And they have authoritative parents. Parents will be very angry. It's a bad thing. And such children will fear exams or academics. Academically, learning skill will be very reduced. Then Natramur is the next remedy. And in Natramur, emaciation most notably in neck. That means the children will have abnormally long neck. And they use excessive salt in their food. When we care them or when they become sad or cry, they will be angry at us. Such a child, when a child cries, you console or care them. Then the child is very angry. In such a child, Natramur should be given. And then next medicine is Beraitaka. Mental development and backwardness, physical development and backwardness, mentally and physically backward, and swollen tonsils. Tonsils will be swollen. The next medicine is Pulsatilla. Children like fuss and caresses. They like pampering and care. They will be easily discouraged and they weep easily. They are mild and gentle. And next medicine is Silesia. Pulsatilla is a very loving child also. Now comes to the next medicine, that is Silesia. Silesia, in that case, very soft-hearted children. And they have worry or anxiety. And they will be strongly obstinate. Their own ideas, they will not sacrifice for anyone. And they are very proud or headstrong. Such children, Silesia should be prescribed. These are the important homeopathic remedies for autism. Now I thank Almighty Lord for this beautiful webinar, and I thank Gujarati and NCDC for giving me an opportunity to handle such a nano webinar. And also special thanks to, I give in this occasion, I thank Blessy, my friend, who helped me to coordinate this subject and help me guidance. And now I also thank Enrita ma'am, whose untiring support helped me to prepare this webinar. And also I thank Jessie Andy and John Uncle, who supported me a lot and give me strength to prepare for this
it's
webinar.
Okay, Martini ma'am. It's actually, I mean, Aparna ma'am, you want to ask anything to Martini ma'am?
Yes, you can ask ma'am. Any doubts?
Hi ma'am. I'm from Thrissur district. I'm from
Hi ma'am.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
It's
Actually,
possible to on your camera.
yeah, sure, I can do it.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Actually speaking, I have a son of 4.5 years, and also have a daughter of 10 years. So the
Okay.
problem is with my son actually. During his birth, actually, he had some issues, and main thing is he did not get oxygen. Because I was diabetic, and when he
Okay.
came out, there was no oxygen. So when he came out, it was totally like there was no oxygen. So as if he has gone. It was in the same
Okay.
situation, and at last we got him back with pumping a lot, and then in ventilator, and 23 days he was in hospital. Then later we came to know from the scanning, MRI scanning, that he had a lot of hemorrhages in his brain, multiple
Okay.
hemorrhages. So what doctor said is anything you can expect. We can't say anything now. So he was okay, like he was like normal child. He was coming out very well. From 1 month onwards, we were observing like he was not using this side. This hand, left side, left hand and left leg were not able to use. He was not at all using it. Only he was always pumping his right hand and right leg whenever he's sleeping or doing any activities. So we started observing, and we consulted with our doctor, doctor which we used to make him see. So what he said is, let us wait, he said, and every month we used to give him feedback, whatever he does. At last, in 8th month, he said, like, because he was not rolling on the bed, he's not even anything. So only once he rolled on the bed actually. So what he said is, 8th month, he said, let us go for physio. Then we started physio. After physio, also he's not using this. He didn't use. It was like this. In this
Okay.
hand. And
Okay,
like
ma'am.
this, he used to keep like this. So that was the situation. Then we got a person on the 11th month. He started giving him stimulation therapy. That was excellent. The therapy which he has identified by himself. To all artery everywhere, wherever pressure points are there, he used to give it somewhat similar to acupressure, but it's not acupressure. He used to give that therapy, and later by 2.5 years he started walking. He's now he's able to climb the stairs. He's able
Very
to
good.
lot of improvement is there.
Okay,
Then
ma'am. Very good.
so we went to a doctor, psychologist, and we started reading his profile. And what they identified is he's like 65 to 70 percentage is there in his ability, but he is 1.5 years back in motor skills.
Okay.
Motor skills. At the same time, his whatever symptoms he's showing, we said everything, whatever from this age to 4.5 years, we said everything. This checkup was done 6 months before. Okay. So
Okay.
whatever symptoms we said, what the doctor said is, there is a slight spectrum variation showing for autism. They were
Okay.
saying it is not means pakka, it is not autism, but we have small sensory issues are being shown. That's what they said.
Okay.
And so and also they suggested for an occupational therapist for my son.
Okay.
So what happened is later, what I did is, now at present I made him join into a normal play school, and
No,
he is
that's
very
good.
happy there, so
Yes,
that he
that's
can socially accommodate with the children. Why I didn't join him in any other differently abled school? Why? Because he is very motivated child. He always he needs some kind of motivation every time. So
yes.
if I go and put them in such kind of school, he will be demotivated by seeing the other children. So I never
Yes.
do. I did not want to do that, and I never do that. So I have put him in a normal play school, and he is very
Yes.
happy with the children. Everything is there. But his issue, as you said now, I was just observing what all are the different types of autisms and all, because even I don't know anything. So he's having this issue of that. Whenever he hears some raga, he will start crying. At the
Okay.
same time, whenever he listens to the music is like gene for him. He will wobble like this whenever he hear the music. At the
Okay.
same time, whenever he hears some sounds like abnormal sounds from outside, he is so feared. He's so frightened of that sound. At the
Okay.
same time, when he sees birds flying, he's so frightened.
Okay.
Such kind of symptoms I'm observing. So I don't know what is my issue. What is the issue with my son? I don't know still now. So whether I should go to the center for any autistic center to read my child or not, also I am not able to know. So I'm in a very different
Dilemma
situation.
condition.
Dilemma, yes. So so when I saw this immediately, that's why I joined, and I just want to know what is this autism and how it is. So I got a small framework of this. So instead of going into deep, and I also want to have a discussion with Girija ma'am also, so that in
Okay.
future, how should I take my child? I have that.
That will be good, ma'am.
Yes.
And
So now,
as the,
yes,
as the
yeah, please.
psychologist said, a mild condition of autism is there, but your child is very gifted. So only smiled, very, very slight change. That is when he weeps when he hears music, the raga. Some slight inclination is only there. It can be easily by different by a homeopathic medicine or by proper therapy. It can be easily overcome. No need to worry. And just from some slight changes, sensory changes in brain.
Yeah.
Anyone in your family with some genetic conditions like this? Anyone with any?
In my side, it is not there, but my
Yes.
husband's husband's sister's son is having dyslexia.
Okay.
That is the one thing which I have identified. No one else in the family is having. In my family, no one is there with any kind of disability or anything. From
That's
husband's
good.
side, this is one thing which I have identified. Then no one else we have.
Husband's sister's child. Husband's sister's child.
I can't hear you.
Husband's sister's child.
Sister's child.
And that may not, because from his paternal part also, that may not
That
affect.
can be,
Your
yes.
child is,
Then later that also we identified, like his father is having a bit of this dyslexia issue. That is the reason what he got. That is what recently we identified.
okay. Some slight father means your husband.
No. That
child.
I mean, my husband's sister's child is having this
child.
issue.
Oh, there. That will not affect you. Your son is more or less very healthy. No need to worry. Some slight changes that will be automatically in the normal school when he is studying. No need of any therapy when there is no genetic condition is behind it. He is 100% healthy. No need to worry.
Okay. If possible, if there is time, I'll just show my son. Simply he's there seeing TV.
Wow, so cute.
Hi. Hi.
He's so cute.
So cute.
Our voice is very feeble, actually. Unable to hear anything.
Mine it's audible, ma'am. Arpada, ma'am.
No, it's not audible properly. He is my son. His name is Mahadev.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Mahadev. Say hello.
Very hello, how are you?
Hello. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
Vavi sugairikina.
Oh, he started kissing.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I will take care, okay?
No problem.
Thank you.
Hi.
Bye.
Hi, Vavi.
He said bye. There is a bit of feeble in the voice, actually. That's why he's unable to hear you. Something happened suddenly. Voice, I don't know.
Now it's audible.
It's very, very feeble, but still I can hear, no issues.
Okay, okay.
So this is what, actually, any guess from by his face or any actions?
No problem, because he reacts to his name and smiles back. No problem is there. No
Okay, okay.
socializing and communicating. No autism. It is healthy child only. Your mother's worry only. No problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. No, because whenever I hear many things, no, I started thinking a lot. So I'm giving him all kind of treatment, everything. Socializing is the first treatment I'm giving him
Yes,
as
your
normal child
scientific
itself.
also.
So he's jumping. Have you seen him jumping? His one
And-
left leg is a bit.
And that motor ability little bit. And that
Slow.
only physical
Yes,
only.
motor ability is bit
Physical
slow.
only. Physical only. No problem with the mind and no problem. He's
Thank you,
absolutely
ma'am.
healthy.
Thank you very
otherwise.
much. I was so worried about that.
No
Thank you
need
for
to
the
worry.
guidance.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then this webinar was very helpful to me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Aparna
Thank
ma'am,
you, Aparna
and
ma'am.
thank you, Martini ma'am. So I would like to invite Henrita ma'am to express the gratitude towards Martini ma'am and the participant Aparna. And others also were that they got disconnected.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, all. Respected Girija ma'am and dear Martini ma'am, Aparna ma'am, and all others who have attended. It was a great moment. Actually, when Martini ma'am agreed, and when I heard the topic, I was so excited because this is nowadays every parent will be thinking about this thing. No? So when ma'am was explaining this thing about the autism in children, yes, it was a wonderful session, ma'am. Because we can understand what is the difference, because everybody thinks that if any motor skill is not working properly, we all think that it's autism, but you explained it very well and it was a wonderful session, and it was helpful too. Even now Aparna ma'am came with her doubt, and you clear it very nicely. Thank you, Martini ma'am. Thank you for providing such a wonderful session. And now I would like to
Thank you,
thank
Henrita ma'am.
NCDC and Girija ma'am for this special occasion. Thank you very much. And also, I would like to extend my thankful and gratefulness to Aparna ma'am and all other who have joined for this webinar. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Martini ma'am. Thank you so much.